The other day I turned on the TV and our favorite movie of mine was on. It was the original Karate Kid with Mr. Miyagi, Daniel, Allie, and Johnny. I'm sure John Kreese was there as well, but we'll just let that go. The scene that was playing was right at the moment of Daniel painting the fence at Mr. Miyagi's place. Upstrokes and downstrokes, followed by painting the house with side-to-side strokes. Prior to this was sanding the wooden deck, if you remember, and the ever-popular wax on and wax off. You may be wondering what this has to do with the Field Journal devotional, but let me explain. You see, Paul writes to the church in Corinth these words, "For now we see in a mirror dimly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I have been fully known." This is spoken as he is speaking about how incomplete things are right now, but that there will come a day when Jesus will reveal everything. There's so much in our lives that we just don't understand. We desire to see the bigger picture, to understand what is happening in certain situations. Maybe we want to know why sufferings have come our way, why illness has entered, why we struggle financially or emotionally or spiritually. Maybe it was an accident that you're recovering from or constant pain. Whatever it is, it gets in the way of how we think our lives should be. We question, argue, and frankly even sometimes bargain with God at times to make it better, to help us to understand. Yet here we are, struggling to understand. We see dimly, not yet fully. The picture that we have is incomplete, and we long for the day when Jesus will reveal everything. I thought about this because I have felt like Daniel LaRusso from the Karate Kid. He badgers Mr. Miyagi into training him in karate because he's having trouble with some kids at school. He's facing difficult situations and he wants help. Mr. Miyagi finally agrees to train him. All is good, right? Well, the first day of training is washing and waxing about 5 classic cars. The next day, Daniel is asked to sand the wooden pathway in the garden. Another day passes and now he's asked to paint a fence, followed by painting a house. All of this happens while Mr. Miyagi goes about his business, even to go fishing. Seems like he's not doing anything. Worse yet, Daniel doesn't feel like he's being trained. He finally breaks down and he yells at Mr. Miyagi. He complains that he wants to be trained in karate, but all he's been doing is all of Mr. Miyagi's grunt work. Daniel's had enough. Starts to walk away, but is called back. And that is when Mr. Miyagi shows Daniel that all the work that he's been doing has been training his muscles to respond in defense to any attack. Daniel quickly realizes that he was being trained all along. He just couldn't see how it was all going to fit into the plan. Mr. Miyagi gave him just the right amount of knowledge to help him in the right time. Daniel saw dimly, but now everything was being revealed to him. What a day it will be when all will be revealed in our lives. We will then know why we faced all that pain and struggle, those circumstances that didn't make sense, and even our bad choices. The big picture will come into view and we will finally say, "Oh, now I understand." Maybe that's already happened to you. I wonder if you've had an experience where you just got a glimpse of how a certain situation worked out for the good in your life. I know that I've had a couple that I can say for certain. I'd certainly love to tell you about them. Maybe when we can gather and share a cup of coffee again. From the Field Journal, February 4th, 2021.